don't know if I like the orange, but we'll see. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm Mackenzie. I'm testing out a new ring light today, so I don't know if I'm gonna like it. I don't know if I like it. I'm gonna throw out a little bit of a disclaimer. Normally I try and film my videos when it's just me and my dog home, and I can kind of pause when he barks, so it is relatively silent and there's no background noise. Everyone's quarantined. My mom's on conference calls. My dad brought the old Xbox up. He's kind of yelling at that, so you might hear something in the background. It is what it is. Today's video, as you can tell by the title, I am comparing the Nintendo Switch Lite and the Nintendo Switch regular. This was not an intended video at all. This is not sponsored at all. Obviously, I have no relation to Nintendo. This is not sponsored. I have whatever. And when I say this was not an intended video, I really thought I was buying the one that I wanted first. I had zero intentions on getting both. I thought I did a good amount of research and watched a good amount of videos comparing and contrasting them, and I went with the Lite first. I got the gray one. Great. Played it for about a week and realized I probably want the regular one. So when I got the regular one, I decided I'm gonna make my own compare and contrast video. I really think the only reason why I went with the Lite to begin with was because it's $100 less. So obviously that's the biggest pro towards buying this one. But once I started playing it and was really playing on it for a while, I was like, is that extra $100 worth it? So we're going to dive into that today, and I'm going to hopefully help you guys decide which one you want. This is all my own personal preferences. I have friends that prefer the Lite and swear by the Lite. I have friends that prefer the regular. I've seen plenty of videos of people that prefer the Lite, so I'm not trashing on the Lite and telling you not to get the Lite. This is just my personal preference. I'm going to explain why. And if you find yourself, I'm sorry, why am I talking with my hands so much? Okay. I wrote a list of pros and cons for both of them because otherwise I'd kind of just ramble. Before I wrote this list, I played on this one for about a week before I decided I should probably try and order this one. And now I've been playing on this one, both docked to my TV and portable, about 6 days now. That was kind of a long introduction. My bad, but we're gonna get into it. Okay, so starting with the Lite. Obviously, the first pro is that it's smaller. For some people that doesn't matter, but for some people who travel a lot, you want the smaller one so it takes up less room in your bag. The smaller one is the Lite. It's not smaller by too much. If you take off one of the Joy-Cons from the regular one, they're relatively the same size. So it's not significantly smaller, but it is smaller. Obviously, these are both portable consoles. This one's made to hook up to your TV. This one's not. I have seen some videos of loopholes of how to hook this one up to your TV. So if you want to save that $100, get the Lite and then kind of figure out the loophole of how to, I think they hook it up to their phone and then they hook their phone up to the TV. I don't know. I've seen plenty of videos where there's a loophole where you can somehow connect this one to your TV. But Nintendo was not intending on this one hooking up to the TV. So yes, they are both portable. This one is the one that is supposed to be able to hook up to your TV. This one is more portable, so that is another pro for the Lite. I don't know the word I'm looking for, but it is genuinely light. This one's heavier. This one is light. It's definitely the more portable option. Another pro on the Lite is the D-pad. The D-pad on this one is actually a D-pad where it's like connected. The D-pad on the regular is just another kind of 4-button thing. See how the 4 buttons here are 4 buttons and the 4 buttons here are 4 buttons. Now on the Lite, you have the 4 buttons and then the actual D-pad. I'm assuming it's this way on this one because when you take these off to play multiplayer, then both people have the complete 4 buttons rather than one person having those and one person having the D-pad. Doesn't bother me. I've seen a lot of people say that they 100% want this one over this one because of that. Pretty sure you can customize your Joy-Cons and get them from other websites where you can get this one with a D-pad. But if you don't want to put in that extra money for it, the Lite has the actual D-pad. I wanted the Switch for Animal Crossing. Nobody's going to play Animal Crossing with me, so it's like, great. The Lite is cheaper and doesn't matter that I can't play multiplayer on it because who's going to play Animal Crossing with me? Didn't really think that one through. So some pros for this guy. You obviously can still play this one single player. It comes with this. You put your Joy-Cons in here. Okay? Now you have an actual remote. So obviously the pro is that this one docks to the TV. Some people don't care about that. After about 3-4 days of playing this one and only being able to play with it basically right in front of your face, it started to give me headaches. I don't know if that's just me personally. Even when I'm on my phone for too long, it starts to give me headaches. My laptop for too long starts to give me headaches. Any electronic device that's sitting in front of my face for too long of a time gives me headaches. I play this for hours on end. So sitting like this there's my dog, started to give me headaches. So other than it being multiplayer when you dock it, it's far away from your face. And again, some people, that doesn't matter. For me, it's magical. I just put the Joy-Cons in here. You don't even have to be, it's not like the Nintendo Wii where the remote has to be like completely pointing to the console. So I can get under my blankets, I can get comfortable and play for hours without it being in my face giving me a headache. So that's a huge pro for me. That's huge. Okay, a con with this one is the battery's not horrible, but it's not fantastic. Like I said, I play this for hours on end. I can play Animal Crossing through the night. When the battery starts to go, you have to plug it in to the bottom. Which for this one, plugging it into the bottom means putting it in the console thing, the dock, that sends it up to your TV. So then it's on your TV while it's charging, and you're playing it on your TV while it's charging. This one, you have to put the wire in here, basically like a phone charger wire, into the thing, and play it with the wire coming out of it. You can still play it while it's charging. For me personally, I hated it. I hated it so much. The wire is relatively thick, so it's not like a phone charger where you can just kind of not really pay attention to it. It's relatively thick and doesn't really bend that much. So normally when my phone is charging, I can still I don't really know how to explain it, guys, but I hated playing this while it was charging. So it got to the point where when it needed to charge, I wouldn't play it. And then I was like, well, that sucks. It's gonna charge for some hours, and that sucks. And this one, like I just said, you can play it while it's charging without any wires, without any craziness. Put it in the dock, it charges, you play it on your TV. That was probably the biggest reason why I upgraded to this one. That and getting it away from my face, being able to play it without being on top of it. Those two were the big sell points for me, because I absolutely hated playing this while it was charging. Especially when you're laying in bed late at night, I'll play it for some hours and then the battery sign pops up and you just want to keep laying in bed comfortably, but now you have to figure out how to get comfortable with this giant wire that doesn't really bend that much. Don't know if it's only because mine was new, so it wasn't that bendable, but I had no desire to break it in, so Another huge thing that I did see people talk about on other videos that I watched, but again, I didn't really take it into consideration, was that if something breaks on this one, you have to send the whole thing back. If something breaks, the entire thing has to go back. I've seen some people, these parts have fallen off, buttons have fallen out. These things don't come off, so you have to send the entire console back to be fixed. This one, if something on here breaks, you take it off and you send them the Joy-Con to fix. It's a lot easier to get pieces of this one fixed because it's in pieces, rather than this one is just one huge thing that you'd have to send the entire thing back for. I haven't seen a lot of people complaining about breaking, but I have seen a couple say that these parts fall off. There's a name for them, I don't remember, but these fall off and they have to send their whole light back and they have to wait for it to come back. They have to, it's just when you can just send the actual Joy-Con. It's on the home setup page, but the screen is a good size. They're not terribly different. That's my list. Those are, I've played, like I said, I've played both of these consoles for about a week now. I've played this one docked to the TV and portable. I've played it single player, I've played it multiplayer. Okay, this one I've played it the only way you can play it, single player, like this. So I personally prefer the regular Switch. It just has more options, I guess. This one probably would have been fine if I actually was going around doing stuff and would only play for a couple hours at night, like after coming home from work or something like that. Like if it was a regular time in the world right now, this one would probably be fine. It's portable, it's easy, it's lighter. But because we're quarantined and I'm not allowed to leave my house, majority of what I do during the day is play Animal Crossing. So this one wins because I can get it far away from my face so it doesn't give me a headache. I can lay in bed under my covers, get super comfortable, use this thing. I hope this helps somebody decide which one would be better for them. I was just trying to help you guys avoid doing what I did, and I bought the Lite, loved it for about 2 days, and then I was like, ooh. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it helped a little bit kind of put into perspective the similarities and differences of both of the consoles. If you were thinking about upgrading to this one and returning your Lite, or if you have this one, you want to return this one and get the Lite, I don't know, I hope I helped somebody learn something about the two consoles and their pros and cons for me personally. Cons for me might be somebody else's pros, so just because these are my opinions does not mean that when you get, whatever, the consoles, you're gonna feel the exact same way I do. So it's all personal preference. Keep that in mind. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you next time.